Boxing fans, grab your popcorn because the drama between Gervonta Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford just reached a boiling point, and it's messier than ever. This time, the gloves were off, not in the ring, but at the prestigious Ring Magazine Gala, where Tank's absence sparked a war of words that left the boxing world buzzing. Here's the drama. Tank didn't even make the guest list for the gala, a snub that clearly had him feeling some type of way. But the real mess started when Terence Crawford decided to stir the pot, taking a sly yet savage shot at Tank's no-show. Crawford, the undisputed welterweight champ, isn't exactly known for holding back. And, of course, Tank wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back, flexing about how he's making way more bank than Crawford. It didn't take a while for things to get heated after that. Let's rewind. This all started when Tank, in his usual confident style, once claimed that if he moved up in weight, he could easily beat Crawford. For a fighter like Bud, who's dominated multiple weight classes and claimed the undisputed title at 147 pounds, that statement was downright disrespectful.
47, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147? I tapped that trend. You know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know he is.
You said no chance.
I got round 5.
Got round 6.
Bud fired back, questioning Tank's level of competition and calling out the quality of his resume.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
No, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And, what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
At the gala, Crawford's jab about Tank's absence was a low-key reminder that Bud considers himself leagues above Tank. Tank, meanwhile, took it personally, emphasizing his star power and earning potential. Crawford wasn't about to let Tank steal the narrative, though. This beef couldn't have flared up at a more interesting time. Tank has announced that he plans to retire after 2025, giving him only 2 years to cement his legacy.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
With a fighter of his caliber, fans are expecting big fights to close out his career. A clash with Crawford would be the perfect send-off, an iconic showdown between two generational talents.
Why are you retiring?
What changed? What made you?
Trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, It looked like you were like talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Can you give us
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like you said, you got to swap today.
But while Tank seems eager to make the fight happen, Crawford isn't quite sold, and he's got his reasons.
Tank gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield, talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment? Could he get it in the future? I mean, you came up to 35, right?
Fighting no real guys at 47.
Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? Is that too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah. Right.
So you got Canelo winning then, right? Then definitely. If he fighting at 168.
Bud has nothing left to prove. He's already an undisputed champion in 2 weight classes and widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
And saying that he wants you, things like that. Does that stuff just sound crazy, or just like I'm supposed to be called out?
You know, when you look at all the great fighters, they was getting called out by everybody from different weight classes. So it's nothing, that I'm not surprised about.
A Tank would be something that he said he'll touch your chin and.
Man, everybody say, what they'll do, but Tank is in his weight class for a reason, and I don't see him come up to 147 to face me no time soon.
But hey, Crawford didn't say no either. He'll take the fight if Tank is willing to jump up to his weight class.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes, and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
Before any talk of Crawford, Tank has to get through Lamont Roach, his next scheduled opponent.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah,
now watch this.
They gonna
now
be
watch.
There. They gonna be
now
there.
watch. Now watch.
What's different from 10 minutes ago when you said that?
You know how when they told you said how like I supposed to fought Lomachenko, right? Mm-hmm. And like how he said like he was retired and things like that. I feel as though like we've been in it so long that we are getting tired of it. Like we've been beating our body up so long, but it be like situations like just now, like where he talking that spark the plug again.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you're going out.
Always go like this. Always go like this.
Nah, what I'm
always
saying,
get the
you just said you feel like you going out.
They go to sleep.
I don't want you to feel like you going out.
And while Roach is a solid fighter with respectable skills, let's be real. This isn't the kind of matchup fans were hoping for.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. It is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me. Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Tank is a global superstar, one of the biggest names in boxing. He's known for his devastating knockout power, his ability to sell out arenas, and his flair for the dramatic. Lamont Roach, on the other hand, is a talented but relatively unknown fighter. For Tank, this fight feels like a tune-up, a stay-busy bout to keep him active while he plots his next big move.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, you know, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. You know, Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
Fans aren't exactly thrilled about the matchup, and for good reason. If this is one of Tank's last years in the sport, they want to see him in legacy-defining fights against elite opponents.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come and come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquile didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Most people believe Tank will dominate Roach, likely securing another highlight reel knockout.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Let's get to the fight everyone really wants to see. Gervonta Davis versus Terence Crawford. This isn't just a boxing match, it's an event. Imagine the build-up, the press conferences, the face-offs, the explosive power of Tank meeting the technical brilliance of Crawford. That's the kind of fight that sells out stadiums and shatters pay-per-view records.
Gotta ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like
he said it
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinning.
Listen, Terence has already hired us for any of the little guys. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, you know, Gary Russell, Tank Davis, cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whipping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're the best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Here's the twist. Crawford isn't saying yes to the fight just yet. He's laid down a condition. If Tank wants a shot at Bud, he first has to go through Keyshawn Davis, one of the brightest young stars in the sport. The tension between Gervonta and Keyshawn has been brewing for months. It all kicked off when Keyshawn took to social media, accusing Tank of cherry-picking opponents and avoiding real challenges just to keep his undefeated streak intact.
I want to fight him, bro, because he been tricking the boxing game for too long. He been tricking the boxing game for too long. He makes shit look good. He making the shit look better than what it is.
Tank, for his part, largely ignored the noise, at least publicly, but behind the scenes, it was clear he wasn't happy about the disrespect. This press conference was his opportunity to set the record straight and he did so in a way that no one could have predicted.
Energy he coming with, he can't do all them shenanigans and all that he be doing with other people. He can't do that to me.
But I'm just saying, Key, listen.
Keyshawn is young, hungry, and extremely skilled. He's got the tools to potentially hand Tank his first loss.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play
I
out?
feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him, because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn, and if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, but it is what it is. You gotta hype yourself up. You gotta build yourself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that, but like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
Most pros are siding with Keyshawn on this one, and that speaks volumes about the guy. Let's face it.
What was your thoughts on that type of performance as a rising star in boxing?
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man, Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure behind this crowd. Man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro. He put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sisters singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man, and he was able to manage all of this, man.
One rough night in the ring could wipe out everything Tank's worked for, especially with retirement just around the corner. Taking on a dangerous fighter like Keyshawn this late in his career isn't just a fight, it's a high-stakes gamble that could tarnish his near-perfect legacy.
You are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels.
He's got speed, power, and a style that could give Tank problems.
David Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there.
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here.
At just 24 years old, he's already proving himself as a force to be reckoned with. And he's hungry to take down the division's top dog.
I don't need you, bro. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude. Little dwarf, Oopa Loopa.
He could potentially be Tank's toughest opponent.
David Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn
Davis. That's him right there.
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there you go right here. Oh, yeah. He's a young guy.
Nice combinations.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
He's a harder puncher.
And oof.
What makes this rivalry even spicier is the involvement of Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd fucked with DB3. Not gonna lie to you. Like, he came up and asked about me first. And he was like, yeah, I see your two brothers going crazy too. Ain't your youngest one going to the Olympics? Like, what's his name? Keon. Like, your other one's signed with you with top rank too. Like, he loved us as a group.
So he already knew you like prior? Like, you didn't even have to explain, yo,
you feel me? Like, of course he knew me, but he also knew my two other brothers as well. So I'm like, damn, Floyd paying attention. Like, he really fuck with us. Maybe because we carry ourselves as a family and we just so strong with that. Or maybe because we just can fucking fight too. You know what I'm saying? He never really went into details on how he knew us. But when he did that shit at his gym, he told me that, I'm like, damn, like, he different. I text Floyd the other day, like, Floyd, he like, man, anytime, family, you just let me know. I can call Floyd right now, he fuck around and answer, you know what I mean? So, Floyd's a real nigga, I'm not gonna lie.
Keyshawn has been training with Floyd, who has a history with Tank that's as messy as it gets. Once a mentor to Tank, Floyd's relationship with him soured, leading to public spats and a professional breakup.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
This fight is gonna be huge for sure. Way bigger than Tank vs. Roach. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.